Anyway, at the Dance Ranch on James Street on that Saturday night, April 19th, it is Nashville Live. On stage is going to be, along with some great local performers, Ayla Brown. And she joins us now to tell us about it. Good morning, Ayla.
Good morning.
Hey, you're pretty chipper for a musician in Nashville. I know you guys keep some late hours.
I know, it's an hour behind, so it's 7:45. I figured if I sang my good morning that I would feel a little bit more awake. And it helps. I won't lie, it helps.
Ayla, of course, here in Massachusetts, I mean, we know you from so many different things, really. Not only from American Idol, not only obviously from being on stage with your with your dad and seeing you throughout the campaign, but from your basketball career as well. You've done a pretty fair amount in your young life.
Thank you. Yes, Massachusetts has been so good to me. I loved growing up there, and now I'm happy that I'm kind of taking my journey down to Nashville. I've been down here for 3 years, and I cannot believe it, but
wow.
It's enabled me to be so creative and learn how to play the guitar and teach myself how to play and to write songs, and it's just been really, really cool of an atmosphere to be down here and being with the best of the best. It challenges me every day, so when I do go back up to Massachusetts or New England area, I feel like I'm way ahead of the game.
Well, we're glad that you're coming back to Massachusetts, and you're going to be in Worcester on April 19th at the Dance Ranch down on James Street. Tell me, I'm always fascinated. I mean, people who really go for it, really follow their dream, and you're one of those people. Tell us a little bit about what this last 3 years and that part of the journey has been like.
Ooh, it's had so many ups and so many downs that I don't even like to tell people about, because it's just one of these cities that can make or break you, and I love that about Nashville, and I want to try and beat the odds. Like, that is my goal, is to not let it bring me down, because it does to so many people. I mean, you hear the stories about Jason Aldean, who moved away, and he was here for 10 years, and then one time he said, you know what, I'm going to go back, I'm going to just give it one more shot, and it was that shot that got him, and it happens to so many people. So this past 3 years has just been incredible. I've gotten to perform on the Grand Ole Opry stage, and the Ryman Auditorium stage, and done some really cool TV opportunities, performing on Fox and Friends and the Huckabee Show, and I'm doing a regional TV tour right now where I'll go to different parts of our country and perform one of my songs and get interviewed, and it's been really fun. So I just did Texas, and then this Monday coming up, everyone can tune in to Fox 25. I'll be performing at 9:45 in the morning, and everyone should turn it on and watch.
Yeah, absolutely, they should. Fantastic. What's it like to be, and I'm going to let Sherman jump in here. He's got a question he's dying to ask you as well. What's it like to perform on the stage? You just mentioned like the Ryman or the Grand Ole Opry, where all those legends before you have performed.
I know, it is insane. The way that this life works is so crazy, but recently I came out with a patriotic CD called Heroes and Hometowns, and I had no idea when I recorded it how many doors it would open for me, and it's been the most surprising CD and piece of music that I've ever made. But it gave me the opportunity to perform on the Grand Ole Opry stage on Memorial Day weekend. They found out that I had some patriotic songs and wanted someone who could bring those songs to life on a really, really special holiday. So that gave me that opportunity. And then, I did such a great job. They asked me to come back to do the Ryman Auditorium,
boy, that's nice.
Which is the motherhood of
the
country
church
music.
Yeah.
It's just like, I cannot believe that those two things happened to me in my short time of living in Nashville, because I do know people spend their lifetime dreaming of performing on those two stages, and I actually got an opportunity, so I'm very, very, very grateful.
That's great. On your journey, you said there have been some ups and downs during the 3 years. What's kept you going during those down times?
Truthfully, I had a really tough beginning of the year. This year, I didn't feel like there were very many gigs coming in, and I got really, really nervous. And instead of letting that affect me, I said, you know what? I'm going to personally reach out to all of these places that I used to perform at and see if they want me to come back again this year. And so I spent like an entire week. I'd wake up at 8 in the morning and I'd spend like 3 solid hours, and I would just email people, some of them I didn't even know, and say, hey, do you have an opener for so-and-so who's coming to your venue in New Jersey? Here's who I am. I'd love an opportunity. And slowly, like, things started, like the energy of whatever I was doing started to change. And now all of a sudden my schedule is just like getting so super slammed with amazing things, and shows are being sold out. The only show in Massachusetts this month that is not sold out is the one in Worcester at the ranch, so people should definitely come to that. But it's like all these really cool, positive vibe things have been happening, and I don't know if it's just a result of like the hard work and being really diligent and saying, okay, I'm going to sit down and really just spend time doing this, and I think that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. What can we expect from the show on April 19th at the ranch?
Well, it's going to be really fun. And I know typically the ranch is filled with the two-step and line dancers, and I love that. But for that show in particular, we are going to be doing a really intimate acoustic set, and everyone that night will be performing acoustically, which will give a really different perspective of our songs and what they sound like and what our voices sound like when singing them. So I would highly suggest the price, I believe it's $20 for a ticket, and you get to watch 4 acts, including myself, and it's something to do if you're home for Easter and you're going to be doing, family stuff the next day. It's kind of like your last, all right, let me go to a concert before I have to wake up and go to church early the next day.
Absolutely. Going to be a great show April 19th at the Dance Ranch. Tickets are still available. Find out more about everything that Ayla is up to and a way to get those tickets by going to aylabrown.com. We're gonna finish here this morning, Ayla, with a song that you have written that is a tribute to the to those who suffered through the Boston Marathon bombing. You want to set this up for us a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely. It breaks my heart every time I hear it, but writing it was a totally different story. I mean, I was like on the verge of crying the entire time, but myself and a really talented guy named Casey Timmer down here in Nashville, I was having some bottled up feelings about the whole thing, especially being from Massachusetts, and I had all these notes written down, and I went into a room one day and said, let's write a song about what happened, because I have so many things going on through my mind about how I just kind of hate this world sometimes and what it does to our kids and to our families. And so we wrote a song called Heart of Boston, which will be available on iTunes any day now, and I'm going to be performing this live on Fox 25 on Monday. But I hope it's a song that people can relate to and enjoy and, feel emotional all at the same time. So I hope you guys like it. It's called Heart of Boston.
Ayla Brown, thank you for joining us. We'll see you April 19th at the Dance Ranch in Worcester.